Hey everyone, welcome to the Nerd Social. I'm John. I know it's been a while since the last video. You know, life happens with things piling up, and that's caused some delays in producing videos. If you haven't checked out our recap and breakdown of the previous episode, here's a link above, so go check it out. Please note that this video is based only on the show and from the perspective of someone who hasn't read any of the books yet. And now here's the recap and breakdown of The Expanse, Season 5, Episode 7, Oyedeng. Warning, spoiler alert. We see a brief flashback of Naomi back when she was still with Marco. It was happy times as they are both with baby Philip. Aw, what a beautiful family. In the present, Marco visits Philip in his quarters. Philip was looking at Drummer and her ship on his smartphone. He quickly hides it. Marco wants to use Naomi's ship. Philip says, of course, anything for the cause. Marco also digs at Philip to see if he's gotten soft over Naomi. Philip, of course, assures him she means nothing to him. I don't believe him one bit. And Marco doesn't look like he believes him either. Marco then visits Naomi. He comes to lord it over her that he was the one that raised Philip. She jabs right back at him, calling out that he's insecure over all of it. Then he threatens to throw her out of an airlock if she tries anything again and uses Philip's name. He knows how to push people's buttons, but this is all he's got at this point because he can't just outright kill her. So he resorts to just basically harassing her. Meanwhile, the Rocinante is on the search for the ship with the stolen proto-molecule. Holden assures Monica that they will destroy it when they find it. I really like the development of Monica this season. Her part has gotten more involved in a good way versus the annoying way she was way before. She's smart in piecing things together about the Martian gunships being sold to Marco, and she also theorizes that the Martians want the proto-molecule and Cortazar, the scientist, for themselves. Avasarala confirms receiving the intel from Alex and Bobby. Bobby pulls a bullet out of her armor. This was a really funny moment with Bobby saying that it just itches. What a tough gal. They receive a message from Holden that the proto-molecule has been stolen. Alex and Bobby send Holden the ship profiles and the intel that Mars is selling weapons to Marco. Holden sees Naomi's ship within the ship profiles and orders Alex and Bobby to get to Naomi's ship. Ah, yes, the stories are coming together. The Rocinante catches up to the Zamea and a battle ensues. The Zamea fires missiles and the Rocinante goes into battle mode with guns ablazing. I gotta say, I love how this sci-fi show has more grounded weapons, even in space, similar to the Battlestar Galactica reboot. They take out the missiles, and they also disable the Zamea. But the Zamea doesn't want to be captured. Back on the Free Navy ship, Naomi goes into Philip's quarters, and then he walks in. She sees that he also likes to tinker like she does. She also questions him to see if he has any remorse for killing millions of people with that asteroid attack on Earth. She says, quote, killing people doesn't mean you're strong. She says her whole world revolved around Marco before, how he has a hold on everyone and that he's in it for himself. Philip responds that he's his own man. They do have an emotional moment. He rests his head on her shoulder and cries. She cries. She tells him that Marco had taken Philip away when he was a child, hiding him from Naomi. She looked everywhere for him and couldn't find him. She was about to commit suicide but realized it wouldn't change anything, as it would mean growing up without a mother either way. So she walked away. And she says this memorable quote, walking away is the only choice anyone ever has. So with that line, it appears she's getting through to Philip. Sin and Naomi talk in the dining area. They have a drink and briefly reminisce about good old times. He reveals that he knew all along where Philip was, and he also helped Marco hide him. However, he is very apologetic and says he was wrong. This actor playing Sin, he does such a great job with his limited screen time. He steals every scene, and he genuinely cares about Naomi and his desire for them all to be a family again. So I really like this guy. Sin appeals to Marco again about letting Naomi go, and that he doesn't need to mess with her anymore. Marco points out that it was Sin that taught him how to be strong years ago, and also says that, you know what, you can leave if you can't handle it anymore. Philip tells Marco that he wants command of his own ship because he wants to be known. Marco takes this moment to knock Philip down several notches to remind him that he is nothing without him, and that the people of the belt chant his name, not Philip's. If there was any doubt that Marco wasn't in it for himself, I think it's all gone now. Naomi was right about him. Surely Philip sees this and he also realizes too, right? Marco reveals to Naomi that her ship is being used as a trap for the Rocinante and that it was Philip's idea. She tries to appeal to Philip to stop this, but he smacks her. I think Philip is putting on a show for Marco at this point. Sin follows Naomi into the airlock. He knows she's troubled. Remember, they have a history. And he wants to keep her from making a mistake. We see that she also has some kind of injector in her hand. She opens the airlock. Sin tries to reach for her, but she flies out. It looks like Sin is a goner, but I hope not, because I really like him and I want to see more of him. We see Naomi float towards her ship. We also see that she's deteriorating fast. She's exposed to space. Midway, she injects herself with that injector, some kind of booster. She makes it to the ship, but she's in really, really bad shape. And holy hell, Naomi jumping out of the airlock like that. I mean, of all the things she could have done, that's just pretty wild. I actually try to look up and see scientifically if that's even possible, but it looks like it is. Of course, you can stretch it a little bit with that little booster shot or injector that she was using to keep her alive just a little bit longer as she makes it there. But, all the science that's behind it is that, in the vastness and the nakedness of space, she's going to be exposed to all the radiation, especially in space, in addition to the cold and having no air whatsoever. And you kind of see that in her eyes, that the pressure and what she's going to be exposed to. So we'll see how she handles that. She definitely needs to get to one of those medic stations, the computerized medic stations for healing right away. And who knows if there's one on board on her ship that she makes it to. So we'll see how that goes. At the end, Philip saw everything. He witnessed Sin trying to stop Naomi and also watched her escape. I think he even saw her make it to her ship. Is Philip being set up for a redemption story somehow? It sure seems that way, as we have seen Clarissa being written that way after what she did in previous season. I have to mention him again, but Brent Sexton does a wonderful job as Sin. He's a character actor that's been around, and he's one of those guys you've seen pop up in a show or movie somewhere. I recall seeing him in The Killing, Deadwood, Life, and Birds of Prey TV show, the one from many years ago. What a thrilling end to another great episode. I know I said previously that I didn't like where Naomi's story was going this season, but I should never have doubted. The writers for the show do a great job with all the characters, especially the strong female characters in the world of The Expanse. I love this episode. Did you like it too? Maybe you didn't like it? I would love to hear your comments down below. If you like this recap and breakdown of The Expanse, Season 5, Episode 7, go ahead and like this video. Thanks for watching. See you next time.